Don't those guys ever quit? Time for wrestling news with Bo and Comicbookman.
I leave you alone for a few minutes, and what happens?
Wrestling news, episode 64, The Mark of Zeppo.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comicbookman here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for...
What the hell are you still doing here?
Uncle Pete is
will
still
not come home.
on the road.
What the hell is going on here?
Talk about being in exile. We have not seen him in weeks and weeks and weeks.
He's driving around the Sahara.
Does he still exist?
He's coming back in a couple of days our time, but that won't do us any good. We're taping right now. But I'm here. I'm here, and we're doing wrestling news.
Yeah.
Where's
Yes, we
wrestling
are.
news coming from?
It's coming from Alternate Reality, that South Side wonderland of entertainment where the Walgreens has a finished parking lot.
And it's got an electric sign.
Yes, an electric sign.
Time's wrong. I think the temperature's right.
Well, never. The temperature's wrong no matter where you go.
But we got wrestling news, and first up, Samoa Joe. His contract with TNA has expired. Will expire.
His
It's gonna expire.
contract expired, but he and the company have come to an agreement. Dixie Carter made the announcement, which is interesting because according to Storyline, Dixie Carter doesn't run TNA, but she made the announcement on her Twitter account. He is staying. He's hanging around. Rhino, however, is working without a contract.
Well, Vince McMahon didn't run WWE for decades when he was an announcer.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden he became Mr. McMahon overnight.
It's very strange.
The Final Resolution pay-per-view had Jeff Hardy in it, and what was the deal with Jeff? He was a little sick, I hear.
The day of the pay-per-view, that was actually last weekend, he showed up. Some thought he was in no condition to work. Now, here's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's his story?
The TNA had some shows in Abu Dhabi. So
Dhabi?
Yes. Okay, to get back from Abu Dhabi, 20-hour flight.
Yeah.
He was on a plane for 20 hours. He got back home.
So he's a little tired.
He went to North Carolina to visit his wife and his daughter. And then TNA booked him at an event at a monster truck thing in Michigan the next day, right before the pay-per-view. So he was a little out of it.
Yeah.
People said, well, maybe he's stoned, maybe he was high. He said, no, he was just very, very tired. Although there is someone who says that he has worked high before. But he was exhausted.
Have you seen him jumping off of those ladders?
Yeah, but I mean, come on. If you gotta get
Some of those jumps, some of those moves he makes, if he's not high, he's crazy.
But you got guys on a 20-hour plane ride home, then you go, oh, and 2 days later, could you show up at the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
20 straight hours on a plane? Not very healthy.
What's it like spending 20 hours on a plane? The most I've ever done is like 4.
Well, I mean, you're sitting in the seat for most of it, unless you get up to use the bathroom. So that means you're like this. Bolted in for 19 hours.
And time changes?
Time changes and everything else.
That's
Your
great.
back can't be feeling very, very good after that.
Speaking of people with bad backs, congratulations go out to Hulk Hogan, who recently got married, but he had some problems after the ceremony. After the ceremony.
Yes. I mean, he had been married unofficially, but he had an official wedding ceremony, official wedding thing at his house.
Okay.
There was a guy there who was shooting video.
Yeah.
He was taking unauthorized wedding photos.
Really? How did he get in?
Well, it's at a house. You can't exactly block off a house. You're in a neighborhood. So he's
Yeah.
there snapping pictures. And one of his friends says, hey, stop taking pictures. The guy goes, hey, don't touch me.
Don't touch me, man!
I got a gun.
Oh.
Now,
Great.
Now, the guy doing this is actually all being videoed. And strangely enough, no charges were filed against this guy. So maybe this was kind of like a bogus story.
Oh, you think it might have been planted?
I think it's a little unusual that the guy had a gun.
Why would something like this be planted?
Hulk Hogan would need the publicity. I mean, the guy's got a gun. He's at a wedding ceremony. The footage
run-
goes to
he
TMZ.
does run the center commercials. How much more publicity does he need?
He's got that Santa one where he's wearing the Santa elf costume.
That's so
It's really
cute.
kinda cool.
That's so cute. That is really cute.
What's not cool is our next story.
Yeah. I hear
This.
that Batista's daughter
Yes?
has been very, very busy. What's she been busy doing? Has she been taking arts and crafts classes?
No.
Has she been learning how to become a wrestler?
No.
What has she been learning how to do, Bo?
Apparently, recently on Monday, there were a bunch of people talking about the entire idea that his daughter, Athena,
Yes.
she has a sex tape out
Oh, really? Well, good for her.
that she shot with her boyfriend. And Batista hasn't made any comment on all this, but apparently it's available on the World Wide Web somewhere.
Somewhere.
So, hook up Batista's daughter, Athena.
What's her name?
Porn. Her daughter's
Athena?
Athena.
Is that a real name or is that like a fake
I think
name?
that's her real name. I
Okay.
think it's her real name.
Athena Batista.
Bautista, actually.
Athena Bautista.
Yeah, well, he had a very strange marriage and stuff.
Okay, our last story involves Black Widow Customs in Louisville, Kentucky. What's up with them?
It's a custom detail shop owned and operated by Marie Varon, otherwise known as Tara. It caught on fire this week. Basically, a guy came in when the detailers showed up. There was a car sitting in the middle of the business, and there were some small fires around it. He tried to put the fires out, but it didn't work, so the inside of the place was kind of like burnt to a crisp. Now, the shop had been on TV the night before about some guy who had a car fixed there who was complaining about it, so people thought it was a little suspicious that there was a fire the day after that, but apparently it was just a coincidence.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get a bill?
Yes, and then he got a bill, and then they said, well, if you thought there was something wrong with your car, we would have fixed the car for you for free, but he refused to have them fix the car. Then all of a sudden, there's a break-in, and there's a fire, and,
Okay, fine. Okay, well, good luck to them. Good luck to them. And that's it. That's all we got time for this time around. But if you want to read more wrestling news, go to the store's website and check out all the wrestling news that he sends me that I post up. And where's that at? Where's that? Where's it at?
Sarah knows all of it.
You still haven't figured out what it is yet? www.myalternatereality.com.
So stop off at the store's website and check out all the news for wrestling that he sends me that I post up on the website. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man filling in for Uncle Pete.
And this is Bo, knowing he's off somewhere sleeping.
Saying. Bye! The December heroes of the month this month are the Men Without Fear, Black Panther, and Daredevil. All month long here at Alternate Reality, all of my Black Panther and Daredevil trade paperbacks and back issues will be 25% off all month long. All my soft covers, all my hard covers, all my essentials, all my masterworks, and of course all the back issues for both Matt Murdock's Daredevil and T'Challa's Black Panther are going to be 25% off all month long. Stop on down. You don't want to miss it. Get your fill of the Men Without Fear.